Many of us are trying to find ways to build a more sustainable world for future generations. We're concerned that our planet's well-being isn't as secure as it once seemed. But on every continent, there are new environmentalists who are committed to change.
I wasn't going to let a company come in to my neighborhood and steamroll over people.
Whether it's an individual, a small group, or a grassroots organization, they've made personal sacrifices that most of us couldn't even imagine.
I had no other choice but to defend our territory. By criminalizing me, they think the people will stop believing in our cause. But we have always said that neither jail nor death can stop this struggle.
I felt really triggered to stop these crazy plans and to do everything in my power to preserve the population of this critically endangered species.
I have made up my mind that even with the gun at my face, I will do this a million times.
The new environmentalists, ordinary people affecting extraordinary change. The city of Vancouver, Washington, has always prospered as a shipping hub, but has also been challenged by higher unemployment and homeless rates than neighboring Portland, Oregon. When Tesoro Oil, a Texas-based conglomerate, proposed a $210 million project at the Port of Vancouver in 2013, it was met with a warm welcome.
This is a significant boon to the community. It will create jobs.
Talking with the commissioners at the time, they were very excited. We heard the PR spiel for it. It sounded really good. Jobs, jobs, jobs is what we heard. But then some things started coming into play that didn't sound so good.
As Linda Garcia and her associates began researching the potential health hazards of the largest oil terminal in North America, the Port Commission made its decision.
All those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Opposed? The motion carries.
The idea that something so large with every possible type of risk, from accidents there at the terminal during transfer to an oil spill in the river to the potential of an oil train explosion like we saw in Mosier, Oregon. The moment that terminal would have gone online, cancerous chemical substances would have been in the air. And I wasn't going to let a company come in to my neighborhood and steamroll over people. And so, holding the neighborhood meetings and going to the Port Commission and testifying to them why we didn't want this to happen.
Please don't gamble with our futures or that of our children.
Meeting with the Port Commissioners one-on-one.
Well, even worse is a closed door to communication.
While Linda was in the throes of fighting what she thought was the biggest battle in her life, she received a medical diagnosis that forced her to battle on another front.
Then things got really bad, and so I didn't really have a choice, and I had to start going to chemotherapy. I felt this sense that I was going to be letting people down if I didn't keep fighting.
Linda persevered through treatments while attending countless community meetings, as well as local and statewide hearings. Linda confronted lawmakers at every level of government for 3 long years, until finally, Washington's Energy Facility Evaluation Council issued an environmental impact statement that the Tesoro project posed significant harm to the community.
I move that the council recommend disapproval of the proposed Vancouver Energy Distribution Terminal.
Linda's fight culminated in Governor Jay Inslee's decision to deny the permits to build the largest oil terminal in North America in her community. A month later, the Port of Vancouver canceled Tesoro Oil's lease on the property.
We all had the experience of glee and joy and happiness, but we also all know that it's not over.
We're standing together for healthy communities and a healthy climate.
It was so many thousands of other people that stood up and fought, and we were foot soldiers in this battle.
You need to care for the children. I'll see ya. Thank you.
It doesn't seem as hard when you realize that there were so many people there with me.